very, 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 very nice-looking gentlemen who have decided to help their neighbors and not say God for us. So maybe let's figure out why they want to help. Maybe we start with your names. How are you, Ni? Maybe we start with a smile. Gosh. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Mimi nataka kuona meno. Meno. Una meno? There we go. What's your name?
My name is James Gitonga. Yes.
Why do you do what you do?
I find happiness in doing what I do.
Yeah?
Yes, yes.
It's a calling.
Let's say.
Nimetoka hapa na karao pia aliniambia ni calling. Mimi siwezi kuwa karawaki.
Unabaki tunaweza kuwa kasisi.
I think so. Ebu convince me. Ebu chocha sai ndo tuonekane zenge box ndo. What's your good name?
My name is Kevin.
Kevin ule tu kina Kevo Brian?
No,
okay, we are safe.
A different kind of Kevin.
Thank God.
Yes, and I do what I do because I know how it feels when somebody lacks something. Yes.
That's very deep. That's very, very deep. I see you're wearing your own merchandise. Heart work. Sina sim flaws. Aya, shwali. Hata stretch kidogo ndio kamera ishike words nani. And tell us how we can get one and in what color.
We have various colors from black, white, blue, and currently we also have red. We only it's only at 500 shillings. We have our till number where once somebody pays through the till number, you contact either of us to confirm. Then we can, upon knowing your location, you can know how it will get to you.
Yes. Okay, but since mimi niko na connections and my connection is a pretty lady over there, so tunaweza fanya hivyo, si ndio? See me in my office after this. All right, so Heart Work Initiative. What is that all about? When did it all begin and what kind of sparked it? Okay, ushanijibu because, you know, umenijibu half. I want the other half. Why did you start this year?
Let's say we are humanitarians. We have been humanitarians for some time. And it came about as an idea between me and him. So we thought what we can do for people who are suffering at these trying times. So we decided on finding friends who we can share the dream with. So we created a WhatsApp group and invited our friends. So from there we started discussing on what we can do about it. Yeah. So the first initiative was feeding the children who are in children's homes. The reason behind feeding the children's home was you know, children's home depend on well-wishers to get food. But at this time, no one is visiting them.
No one is well-wishing?
Yes. Everyone is, I want to save my own, no, because you don't know how long this will take. So that we identified 3 children's homes from the group members. Yeah. So we discussed until we came up with 3 children's homes, and we started raising money for the same. So we managed to raise 119,700. So we did a shopping for the 3 children's homes and took firewood as well. So that's basically what we started with. Yeah. So after some time, we did our next event, which was we did it on 9th of this month. No, 16th we did the shopping. 17th we delivered the shopping to Mataland. It's a slum in Isli. So the reason why we decided on the second event was because of first of all, they are affected by the floods, and being a slum, you know, the situation on the ground. Actually, the main trigger was a friend who stays there. She's called Juliet. Shout out to her. So Juliet has been doing a lot of work for her people. She doesn't have much, but she tries very much to do something. So she came up with the idea of us helping the people. She shared the pictures of the place, how they are suffering. And one case was about a lady who was actually attempting suicide because she couldn't afford food for her kids. So we thought about it. Actually, after the first event, we thought of taking a break. But after the story came out about the suicide and everything, we saw it's only good to do justice to them. So we raised an amount of 26,000 in a week, and we did shopping for 30 families and took it to them. Yeah, that was on Sunday. Yes.
There are so many things I want to say. Kuna vitu zimenishikisha hapo feelings. Na pia hiyo story yako ina sound like you had 5 loaves and sijui 2 fish. Alafu ukagawa and ilitosha, si ndio?
Yes, it did.
Okay. But kuna meme. I'm a very, very, very big fan of memes. So kuna meme. Umeiona, I'm sure. Kuna msichana, kuna kitanda, kuna msichana, kuna kijana. So si wote wamefesi side ingine alafu dem anatana. I'm sure he's thinking of other women. No, they're thinking about helping, guys. Please, they're thinking about, this is what they think about. At least these ones. He said you have been humanitarians for a very long time. What does that even mean? When did you guys meet? Are you brothers? Are you related? Wanampea side eye mwenzako. Toboa yote.
We are brothers in whatever we do. We are in a group called Peace Ambassadors Kenya. I actually joined in 2017. That's when now we started meeting oftenly with him. But upon now, the many interactions that we've had, we get to see that we get challenged by the same things. Like we kind of have a common goal towards helping people, and we really get psyched up when it's all about less fun and more charity, and more of giving out. So for this we thought, how can we both of us make an impact? Because if we start pointing fingers and having the blame game, we won't get anywhere. So we thought we can at least help them. You actually the first thing we had thought of is buying sanitary towels, because at this time it can be a little bit hard for the ladies out there.
That one touched me.
So we said you can buy some sanitary towels and try and give people. So that's when now we thought of coming up with a group and sharing the ideas with people. But upon starting up the group, people came in with very good ideas, and we thought, why not? Because we have a common goal, let's do whatever the people want, and because all of it was only channeled to helping others. Yes.
I asked you this before. Who helps you if you're out there helping everyone else?
I'd say...
it doesn't sound like you're making money out of this.
We're not.
So how are you surviving?
Let's just say we have supportive friends and a group of members who are dedicated in doing the same thing as we do. So when you find a very supportive team, you won't have to sweat it. Things just come.
Are you pastors' children, guys? Why are you so nice? Mi vijana kwa ground, mi najua Kenya wanasumbuka hapa nayo ni hustle imeisha, COVID-19 ishe, curfew ishe, niache kupigwa na nani karao. Like your struggles are so different. Like how?
Actually, that's the stereotype everyone has, but out here people are very good. If you give them a reason to contribute to your initiative, they will, with no doubt. Yes, and it has proven so.
Do you have to convince people a lot? Like, hadi wachoche, waambie, nivi, yeah, you're
Not
going to
really.
save a life. Not really?
Just a good story, does it all.
Kwanza hiyo ya mwisho, hiyo imenisimamisha roho a little bit. If I was part of that team, hata ningetoa more than I should have.
Now that
Not
you are,
because I'm good, please, Ati.
now that you will be part of us.
Oh, you're smooth like that. Siogopi. I think this calling is calling me also. Ni me too najaribu avoid your call. Napatanga tu missed call. But now I can see.
Yes.
What do you want to do when all this is over? Are you still going to be the same kind of people? Because COVID-19, yes, is claiming lives worldwide, but so is poverty, and that's not going to end with COVID-19.
This is a long-term project where we don't want to go for the next 2 days or 2 months. We are here to stay, and we are here to help people. So, because actually the way he has just said, people out here are good. When we started the drive of telling people that we want to go visit a children's home, one of us called and said that her mom has just cut some trees in their home, but she doesn't know where she'll take them. So she offered to donate a whole pickup of firewood to the children's home. So big up Violet, thank you very much for that. So people are out here doing great things. It's only if you just give them a reason to, they'll do it. So we're here to stay. And even post the COVID-19, it will be even much better, because now due to the social distancing limitations, we don't get to visit a place when we are all of us. We only go like the two of us. Or if we have bulky things, we go maximum of 5 people. But now, after the corona thing, I might now be able to flock there and maybe even cook for them, play games with the kids, and at least give them a sense of belonging. Show them that they belong somewhere, they belong to a country that they can actually be proud of at some point.
Can we vote for him to be president next year? I don't know. When are we voting? 2020. Umefika miaka bado. It's okay. Just get ready. Marinate. Unataka kuwa vice president ama you just pick among you. Vice president, president, I don't care, but we will vote for you. All right. Do you make home deliveries for these 30 homes that you helped? Did you go door to door? Ama ulikuwa unachia?
When we went to Isli, as you said, we have a friend who is the chairman of the board from Peace Ambassadors Kenya, where we have always served as volunteers. So he's the assistant county commissioner of Nyeri. So he helped us link with the chief from Isli. So the chief, we decided on calling the 30 families to the chief's post, yeah? So we fed them from there. And so we gave everyone the hamper, and they took it home.
Don't you think that's a bit more personal, James? Kuliko kuita watu kujeni, then you nini?
You know how people can be.
I don't actually. Tell me, how can people be?
People can be rough. Kwanza when they see there is food and they don't have any.
And it's for free.
Also, you don't know the capacity of which they need it. You know. So that's why we had a person on ground, the Juliet that I was talking about. So she stays there. She knows who is needy, who isn't. So we used her to identify the very needy homes. Then that's when we decided to call them to the chief's office. Because if we decided to take the food to the slum, it could have been ugly.
A fiasco, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
Eish. Okay. Kevin, I have a question for you. What kind of satisfaction do you get seeing your effort make someone's life different, better?
Personally, the biggest satisfaction that I get is after somebody tells me thank you. I always have a saying in myself that thank you is a blessing in disguise. So when you do something good to someone and you see them saying thank you, you feel good. And that to me is a blessing indeed. So when you go, like for example, when we went to Isili, there's even a mother who cried because of the gesture.
Izo baraka mnakuja kuchapa nazo. Wow, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. If somebody like that tells you thank you, that's already a blessing. Hata si lazima kwambie ubarikiwe, because we are doing something that is good, and that is the kind of satisfaction that we get, and this kind of satisfaction that we seek.
We had a question on set a few days ago, and that was regarding taking pictures while you're giving. Now, the general idea was ati ufai kupiga picha ukipeana vitu, because that kind of goes against the whole, just giving for the sake of giving. But when money is involved and people are giving you money, there needs to be transparency.
Yes, sure.
Mimi kama tunataka kuona hela zangu zimeenda wapi, square the next time na kuona uko na bike. Yeah, I want to know where it's going. I want to see the process if it's possible. I'd even like to maybe see the families that you're giving it to. And that all involves a camera, because I cannot physically follow you, social distancing and everything. So how have you been dealing with that?
I'll say it's difficult, because you don't want to take pictures, you don't want to post them, but you have to. You have people who are following the group, and the statuses, everyone who contributes wants to see where the money is going. So at the end of the day, you will have to post them, you have to take pictures.
Does that take anything away from you or from what you're doing?
It doesn't, because the same pictures will be used to mobilize someone else to give into the initiative, It doesn't have to be like flossing what you are doing, but see it as something to bring more partners on board, and also for transparency. That's all we have, transparency and bring more partners on board.
Has there ever been, in the, let's say, the 2 events that we've mentioned, the one for the children's home and where you went to Easily, has there been an event where there was an unsatisfied donor? Excellent.
Not anyone that one.
I like the way they took a minute to think. You're honest, guys. I like it. So no, not at all. Ushaipata mtu unampea kitu ana insist anataka zingine? Like you bring them basics for them to survive for, let's say, a week. Mafuta, tuseme unga, sijui nini, whatever. But akae hivi anataka blue band.
Binadamu watoshekagi.
Pia sisi, si ati ni yao tu. It's also us.
That's why I say binadamu. So honestly, honestly case, we were giving out food, yeah, to 30 families. So ulikuwa unaita, si tuliita watu 30. So obviously nikikuita ukuje, obviously siwezi kuita ati kujeni nyinyi wote. I have to identify you, ataka kwa group, then come to the chief's office. So there is that person who tagged along friends. No. So our wengine hawako amongst the 30.
Whoa.
But they still came. Sasa mtu amekuja amepanga line after kumpatia. After kupatia wengine bado mtu anataka na kwa ama yuko need as much. But sasa ashakuja. Pengine wasema Joshua kuja ngoja tukupatie tu unga peke yake. But tunaona insist nataka mafuta. But sasa ako kwa plan at first. So it's hard kumnyima na ni ngumu tena kumpatia mob juu there's someone else who was planned for to get the same amount here.
So that's wisdom now. Kina Solomon hapo ndio unacheza hapo. Mkate. Sawa wise man, we are sorry. How would you like to inspire someone who's watching you mwenye hata yeye anajua uchungu ya kukaa bila but hajui ataanzia wapi ama anaogopa nitaambia nini watu?
Basically.
Wait, there's wonderful stuff going on behind me. What's this? What are we looking at?
These are the donations that people give. This is how we were delivering in Easily.
How do you even deliver these things, actually?
These ones were at Amazing Wonders. This is a children's home. Yes.
How do you get these things around? Like, do you hire a vehicle or something?
Yes.
Hizo pesa ni mingi. So after you've bought now the products, and you also now have to cater, okay.
Also, Kevin has very supportive parents. I forgot to mention. So mostly they give us their vehicle and fuel them to us.
Wow.
Yes.
That now you can be able to maneuver and also try to cut costs because, as you said, we're not getting any money out of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you cannot invest the money you get to fueling cars and hiring cars. It's all about buying stuff.
Wow. Wow. So the donations, as far as we know, just solely go into the products and hizi zingine ni zenu sasa mnacheza nazo and still not getting anything in return.
That is called the price of what you do.
God will bless you. Okay? And I'll be right there next to you when he's blessing. He's blessing you.
And this was the pickup of firewood that was delivered to one of the children's homes. They were really happy, actually.
They were ululating. As if wedding. Oh, wow.
So the Violet gave us firewood, also fueled the car and had the car for us.
This is another person. We had asked him to deliver for us firewood, but instead he says he said he had a pickup and firewood. So he personally delivered them too.
Wow.
Now this was at a different children's home.
How many children were in those homes, roughly?
In Kawangware, they were, in the one at Kawangware, they were around 25. But in Bethsaida, they were around 27. And in Amazing Wonders, they were around 33.
Wow. Okay.
But you know, the issue with this corona issue is that most of these kids have been taken back, have been assimilated into their families. So that's not the capacity that the children's homes carry at a normal time. Yes.
It's much bigger?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, meanwhile, I think I was sleeping when all this thing was happening. I should stop sleeping so much. Well, anyway, hashtag is why in the morning. I told you these are conversations on Wednesdays make me want to be a better person. Hopefully, I will actually become that better person that I want to become. At Y254 on Facebook, at Y254 channel on Twitter, hashtag is why in the morning. Now, how would you relate to someone who does not feel the need to help? They're not compelled. Yeye anaona akisaidia zake zitamwishia.
Tu akiamua hivyo, there is no much you can do. It's all about giving and having to do with charity. It's about something you want to do, not something you have to be compelled to do. Most of these things, usually, the people who we compel to give, they usually have it in themselves. So you just have to press a button and they'll give, you see. But those that you have to ask and ask and ask. You cannot do much about it.
Wezi toa roho ya mtu na ujichange aki.
Afu ujichange unapitia. Pengine hata sikukata. Pengine they just don't have it.
Oh, yeah. That's smart. It's very, very smart.
You don't have to catch feelings ati amekataa kukupatia leo. You know, watu huku nje wanapitia mambo nyingi sana. And
you're moving from a WhatsApp group to having a till number. Is that expansion? Yeah?
Yes.
So that means, what does that mean for you? That more money can come in, that it's more legit?
Yes. On the legitimacy issue, because previously we used to send money to his number. No, we got a number aside, then we registered it, then now we started sending money. People started sending money into the number. But you get the issue that is like, we're sending money to James Wanjau. How sure are we James Wanjau will not...
I empathize with Kenyans because there have been so many stories of people telling us, oh, they are sick, oh, sijui tuwachangie pesa, sijui waende, sijui wapi, sijui kutibiwa. And then a few months later, we see them with shopping bags from places we can't even pronounce. And we think it's a little bit unfair, Joe, tulijitolea. So I really get it. I really understand that. Manze huyu anaweza hata kwa mtu wa prisons. Hao wenye ukatia wase, ati hi, I'm looking for a stable relationship. Are you interested? Yeah, so it could be any of these things. So how did you convince people until 119,000 entered that number?
it wasn't hard.
Are you just that charming or what's going on here,
Well,
James?
we are, but
There we go again.
But I must say, the group that you have, the WhatsApp group, actually we have so many people that we don't know in person, but they just felt the need of joining the group. And they were so much supportive, and it was overwhelming until I was wondering how did this all come about. But they believed in us, and it just happened. I must say, in doing good, things just happen in your favor. Because I cannot explain how we got even to that amount in basically less than 2 weeks.
Simu kidogo explode.
Karibu M-Pesa wanipigie, Safaricom wanipigie simu.
Hi, how are you?
Correct.
You have to account for them.
Statements. Oh my gosh. Okay, something that I asked another group of well-wishers, and I think it's important because you know how we are. We are Kenyans. We just pass time, and then we have a very, very intense voting year. And then a few aftershocks after that. Then we pass time and forget. So I must ask, is this politically affiliated? Are you doing this for anybody, any constituents? Just let me know. Is this for any specific group, party, person?
Basically, that is one of the things that we are trying as much as possible to stay away from. Because we want to be leaders who, no, we're not basically leaders. We want to be among the flock of people who reach out to others. So it's not about giving and then tomorrow you see us on you see us being taking pictures and videos of us giving at some place. There's this thing that goes, you should not let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. So basically to me is tenda mema nenda zako. It's not about the publicity or how many people will learn of what you did. But to me it's all about how many people will say thank you, or how many people will smile, or how many people will get satisfied by what you're doing. Yes, so basically it's not affiliated to any party, and we don't intend to be affiliated to any party, because ours is all about giving, and we give what we have. We can't overstrain ourselves. We just give whatever we can afford to give.
I like that. If this was a movie, and you guys are giving, and you had the capacity to give them a message along with the products. Kakate PV. You're in character. Yeah. What would you tell them? What would your message be, if you could? Nirudi.
Let me see.
Take your time. Take your time. I can still be telling them you should be watching us at Y254 channel. Unaweza tupata at Y254 on Facebook, Y254 channel on Twitter. Hashtag is Y in the morning. And we're late. By the way, we're late. Yeah. Unaweza upload? I got you.
So I'll say, charity knows no religion, no ethnicity, no race. Charity is just love. So keep giving.
And yeah, I see why you had to load that one. That was deep. What would you say?
For me, I'd tell them human ones are insatiable. They never end. So even if they are endless. So even if you just give somebody a packet of salt, that's something you did not have the previous day. That will be a really great milestone you'll have given that person.
I'm encouraged, Manze. Yeah, I think I'm just going to just start my own mini one, tuonekane as niko na roho. Yeah, just to make sure it is correct, and then I come do the big ones with you. Phone? All
Still
right.
makes up. As long as you make a change.
But tunaweza kuja kubenchmark kwetu. Huwezi anza hivi hivi. So benchmark then.
Sorry. So nika probation yani.
Yeah, benchmark.
Umeinsist na hiyo bench, Manze. Mimi natoka hapo kwa bench, wewe unainsist. It's okay. All right, so tell your viewers one last thing, maybe how they can get you, if they would like to help you, how they could help you, and if they can contact you whenever, how they can do that.
So we have our social media handles. That is on Instagram, we are at _Hardwork Project. On Twitter, we are at Hardwork5. And on Facebook, we are just at Hardwork. We also have a till number. That is 516-8271. It will bring up the name Hardwork. And guys, it's always good to give. Never ask yourself how much you have to give. The love that you have as you give is what matters, and that is what God will measure you. God will measure your blessings according to that kind of love. So you just give. And one last thing, never give with an intention of receiving blessings. Always give and leave it at that. Tenda mema, tenda zako. Thank you.
Wow, I feel like clapping for you. Clap for your friend. Why hard work, actually? We should have started with that. Why hard work?
Mambo ya roho.
Hey, we are sorry. We are sorry. Sasa Western ni sabuni ya roho.
Hizi vitu zote zinaanza kwa roho.
Okay.
Roho si ya kupump damu pekee.
Ni ya kufanya nini nyingine?
Ni ya kupenda watu.
I like that. Okay. Unataka kupea speech ndio tukupige makofi?
Kidogo
I introduce you ama uko
niko sawa.
Kosete?
Niko sawa.
Hebu rarua nani? Rarua twende.
There is this one wise man once said, charity is more than 100 bows when you are praying. Yes. So also charity does not does not have to be this. You have t-shirts. You have to go to where charity is your neighbor. Make sure your neighbor amekula. Make sure your neighbor ako fiti. Make sure mabeshte wako wote wako sawa. You know, because we always think about charity being these big things. So unabai vitu nyingi unapelekea watu sijui wapi. Lakini kuna beshte yako anakuambia leo sina kitu ya kukula, nirushie 50 bob. Nirushie so. But to you it might be a bother. Alafu nasikia mtu mwingine wameanza initiative unawatumia dhao. So what is that?
Wow.
So start with that. Yeah. Check on your friends, kama wako sawa, you can proceed. But sasa you can't tell me unaweza support initiatives zingine yet mabeshte wako wanalala njaa and you know about it. Ama wewe neighbor wako hapo kando yako analala njaa, ana kitu ya kukula, but you are not doing anything about it. So start small. Make sure your circle of friends are okay before you proceed on doing other things.
I feel like that was direct advice. Yeah. Ona neighbor uko sawa. I'll come check on you shortly. I've been told to check on you. Yeah. ujitokeleze when I knock. Okay? Yeah. I'm a very mind my own business kind of person. Very much so in my private life. But iyo kanini kakusaidia, it sounds really good. So mnanipea time ama I just go ahead with my own time?
Feel free to take your time.
Take it.
I like these guys. I really like these guys. And I hope you like them too. We may come to the end of this interview, but we should be having a little bit more for you. Na pia tukuna swali, we are asking you, what are you doing to help your neighbor? Or is it just good for us all? Let us know at Y254 on Facebook, Y254 channel on Twitter. Hashtag is Y Morning. Don't go anywhere. I'm not done with you yet.